Hi guys, it's Kayla. This is week 4 for me. Now this week's topic is name change. We haven't got no questions for this one this week, but it's kind of a little bit of an information one. Now, when I came to change my name from my previous name, it wasn't something that I had to consult with my parents or with my friends, my family, whatever. I didn't have to do any of that. It was up to myself. Now, I've always liked the name Kayla. I don't know why, but I just kind of liked it. Now, as I've said in a lot of my other videos, I was disowned by my dad over a year ago now. Alright, we are now back on track, but at that time, I still hadn't actually came out. Well, I came out, but I hadn't actually changed my name. Now, luckily, I was with a very good friend who I met within a job agency, who in one sense helped me out. He definitely helped me out with a lot of my name change. I was sitting there with different bits of pen and paper, writing down different girls' names, trying to fit in with something that it would kind of suit me. Now, I know even though Kayla was my first choice, I didn't exactly want to initially have Kayla. I want something a little bit more adventurous at that time. Well, I suppose in one sense just to find out what I could actually find myself out. But no, you mean I was with a very good friend of mine, who is female. She was born female. Didn't have to go through no sex change or anything. She was officially born female. And I was very good friends with her. You mean we became almost like sisters. She treated me as her sister. I treated her as my sister. And we basically sat down and we spoke to each other through texts and all of that, and phone calls, and tried to discuss different things, what my name would look like and how it would sound and all of this, just so it would help me out. Now, I said to her, as she would already known, that I actually lost my dad due to me coming out as being trans. So she knew what type of shit that I could have been in with trying to pick a name. I officially didn't want to have my last name. So luckily, my good friend Jane said, well, you can have my last name. I was like, well, are you definitely sure that I can have your last name? You mean, I'm not exactly blood related to her. It was called of adoption, or a semi-fake adoption type relationship. I was like, yeah, that's fine, don't worry about it, and you can have it, I ain't bothered. I was like, oh, okay. And I said, well, what about if your mum wants to be bothered? She's like, no, don't care about her. I was like, oh, okay then, fine, thank you. So, in one sense, I knew had a last name and a first name. Now, the only one that I had to think up was a middle name. So again, I got down a bit of pen and paper, sat down, wrote down different middle names, see what would fit, and then resending them out to me. So it was like Kayla, something or other, McTear, and just kept on trying to go through it. I eventually found one, what was obviously Madison. Kayla, Madison, McTear. Sounds quite cool. Well, sounds alright. You mean, so I knows that I know from my dad's experience, his name is actually Raymond, but obviously his middle name is Paul. So obviously he doesn't use Raymond. You think if you get called Raymond, it is not exactly quite a nice name. I don't think it is anyway. So no, he altered himself. He said, right, I want to be called Paul. So he called himself Paul. I mean, he's called himself Paul, well, probably since my age, probably. I don't know. But no, you mean he obviously he fit the middle name that he could obviously use as a first name if he needed to. Now, I don't know if I would actually be officially able to use Madison as my first name. I probably guess we could. I don't know. But at the moment, I'm happy with Kayla. I mean, I know that's who I need to be, and I'm happy with that. Now, not knowing how to change my name or anything like that, you mean to have never had to think about doing it. I just basically thought that I could call myself KaylaMcTear, la 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 la, I don't have to worry about it. Luckily, I was speaking to a good friend of mine, and it's like, well, no, you can't just say that because otherwise it's got to be officially done. I was like, oh, what is it? So obviously, I go onto the internet, did a bit of job searching. Sorry, did a bit of searching on the internet for different ways of changing my name. I came across a website from a Google search. That basically said the Legal Depot service. I thought, well, seemed genuine. I mean, I know what websites can be like. They can not always be genuine. So I was very wary. So basically I asked my friend and said, look, does this look safe to you? He checked it all out for me. Yeah, that's fine, don't worry about it, that's all fine, carry on. So I happily went through with it, paid my £25 towards my depot, what gave me my official depot and 5 extra copies of it. So, I mean, if I ever lost it or had to give it to an employer or job centre or whatever, and they've got proper proof. Now I've actually got the website. What I would actually put on the bottom of the information area, so that anybody else who wants to change their name, whether you're female or male, whichever way you identify as. So if you identify as a female and you're a male, and if you identify as a female to a male, you can still do it. What the good thing is that you don't actually have to have a gender reassignment surgery to change your name, as well as the title. Now, as a lot of us male to females know, and as a lot as our female to males know, we have certain titles. Yeah, that's the word, sorry, I was trying to think. Yeah, we have certain titles, what identify us as, in one sense I suppose male or female, I don't know. But obviously, I said, well, I was currently, at that time I was a master, being male. And I thought, well, I don't exactly want to be called Master KaylaMcTear, it wouldn't sound right. So again, I got to my friend and said, look, they gave me this choice. For the female ones, it said Miss, Ms or Mrs, I think it was. I said, well, you don't want Mrs because obviously you're not married. I said, no, true. Miss, I think, was a teacher's one. He said, well, look, you might as well go as Miss. I was like, okay then. So I put it as Miss, and I went forward with it. About a couple of days later, I got an email from the Legal Depot service themselves, saying that they'd received my application form for the change of name. and processed it for me. I paid it off, and I was very happy to receive it within about a week's time. And I was so happy that I was actually able to be called KaylaMcTear. It was such a big relief that I didn't have to use my previous name again, and that had all gone. So officially last year, I basically deleted my old self, and as soon as I turned 20 on the 12th of November, I decided to say, right, this is the official day that KaylaMcTear is born. And the idea I got was from the actress who starred as Jason on Hollyoaks on Channel 4 during summer of that year. Did exactly the same. I thought it was ample for me to do it that way. I mean, it felt right. And it was kind of more like an official date. So I know this coming year, when I become 21, it will be 2 years with me being Kayla. Yes, it's already officially 2 years, or a year or 2 years to try and think. But you mean, to me, that's cool. You mean, after all the time that I've been my previous name for the last, well, what was it? It was 19 years. It's like I finally become who I needed to be, and I felt proud of myself. I mean, I was proud of myself that I paid for it out of my money that I was getting. I didn't have to go and ask anybody else. I didn't have to go and ask my parents. Didn't have to ask my friends. Didn't have to ask anybody like that. It was all off my own back, and I felt really proud after doing it. You mean, even looking back at it now, it's like, wow. You mean, I've officially been Kayla almost 2 years. You mean, to me, it feels like it's a lifetime. But yeah, you mean, they are a very, very good service. I believe they do American male to females and female to males. I'm not entirely sure. You'd have to check it out once I give you the link at the bottom. But yeah, you mean, unfortunately, that's all we've got for this week. But yeah, thank you for the people again for watching all of my vlogs that I've done, and for last week's topic, what was dysphoria. Thank you very, very much. But yeah, you mean, thank you for watching, and hope you liked the vid, and I'll see you next week. Have a good week, peeps. See you soon. Bye for now.